on, family? I think I like this new studio, if you will. This new place to record and make videos. A couple hours ago, like an hour ago, I was having a margarita, and I came across this nonsensical, whatever. I'm not gonna insult the guy. This tweet by what's his name, Kyle Howard, where he's talking about, you know, he doesn't like he doesn't spend any more time trying to debate or convince white Christians of not hating black individuals. And I was in the library early today, and afterwards, I'm preparing myself for this test to become a legal interpreter. And on the way home, I decided to just stop at Applebee's and have a little margarita. And I'm flipping across my phone, and I saw this stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm done with this crap. Like, look, I know the history of this country fairly well. I'm not an expert. There's people that have dedicated their lives to history and that kind of stuff. I respect them a lot of sweat, tears, and dedication and blood to get an understanding of everything that has happened in this country. Maybe I should move out of here. Uh, let me walk around. So I'm not an expert, but I have a decent understanding of what has happened in this country, America. I'm not American, by the way. I mean, I'm a nationalized American, but I was born in Central America, South America. And so I'm conscious. I understand, the lynching, the racism, the slavery, and not only against blacks, it's also Chinese people uh, in Second World War, the way they were treated. There's also the Native Americans, which is another atrocity. But and I understand that's not only part of the history. I know that there are still elements within our society that are just straight up racist. They have these racist stereotypes. They just don't like black people, Hispanics, minorities, whatever. I totally understand that. Many have criticized me as being a little bit. I'm. I struggle with the whole conservative movement sometimes, but I also don't fully integrate into the leftist communist thing, because at the end of the day they're all cut with the same cloth. It's all about money. Ideological issues really don't play a part in this country, in my opinion. So I understand that, and I'm not saying that just to say that. I really believe it. I hope that you trust me when I say that. But this idea that all of America is racist and it's so, I don't know. Maybe it's true for his tradition. God forgive me. Maybe the man is right. Maybe in the Southern Baptist Convention, I mean, I don't believe this. I think it's difficult. I'm not a Baptist. I'm not a fan of Baptists. I simply, they're not part of my life. I wouldn't voluntarily go to a Baptist church. But I would want to believe that, given all that's happened as of late with the Baptist church and the racism and the sexual stuff and the attacks from leadership and stuff, I want to believe that of course, there's Southern Baptists that have a good heart that want to remain within their tradition and find a solution to the issues that this tradition has. Try to reach to blacks and other ethnicities and bring black pastors, Latino pastors. I mean, there has to be that. I'm not going to believe that everybody is crazy racist. That's still, that's ridiculous. So I imagine that this dude is Kyle Howard, is still mostly critiquing or kind of swimming around the waters of this tradition. But bro, at some point you just have to like, come on, man, like, stop it with this narrative. Stop it with this narrative. I am pretty sure that you meet a lot of wonderful white people that accept you, hear your message, want to be part of your community, understand better. And that's the thing, that the narrative that you are constantly putting out there makes it look as if Christians, white Christians or just whites in general, are this horrible. And far be it from me to be the guy. I'm not gonna use any insults, adjectives. I'm not the guy that puts his, the black guy that puts his cap on. But I'm God knows, you and I know that there's a lot of black dudes out there that, I'm not gonna say the word, but you know what I'm saying. They feel this need to put their Superman caps on, and I'm gonna defend my white friends, my white family, my white wife, my white brothers and sisters. I'm not that guy. I don't feel the need to do that. Well, at some point, you just have to put a stop to it, man. Like, what you're what you're proposing, the narrative that you're crafting, is simply not true. Simply not true. This is the reason why I say you either live in a very small bubble, you don't go out much, or you're lying, or you have chosen to only highlight the negative aspects of the things that happen in church, because church is not perfect. Of course, there are going to be racist people, and there's going to be problems and drama and divorce, adultery, all that kind of stuff. But when you're constantly putting this narrative, this drama, this idea that it's only white people, and I'm so tired. Come on, man. And here's the thing: a lot of people just don't care. And I don't mean don't care in the sense that, like, okay, whatever happened to these black people, it's none of my business. I don't mean it that way. I mean it. They're just living their lives. They're just trying to make it through the day. They're and some people are just awkward. They just don't know how to approach black people. They have they just don't know. They're ignorant. They just don't know. They like, thank God, in my country, you just have to deal with, like, the concept of ethnicity and racism and stuff only started for me in the last years that I've lived in this country. Before, like, I lived in the Dominican Republic for a long time. I lived in my country for a long time. Those concepts really didn't exist. You just have to socialize, and I'm sure that in different pockets of this country, that is true too. New York City, Philadelphia, you name it. But for some people, some white people, even some black people, like in Detroit, I would imagine. I don't know. I've never been to Detroit, but I would imagine some black people just don't have the experience of dealing with white people on a daily basis, dating them, working with them, going to church with them. Some people just don't have that experience. Same for white people. And to just say, well, I'm just sick and tired of you and you're racist, and come on, man. They might just be uneducated. They might just be ignorant, awkward. They're trying to do the best they can, but here's the thing: you never hear that from this specific dude's platform. It is always, you're racist or you're not. It's just tiring, man. Just tiring. And again, I'm not trying to defend nobody here. I don't care, but this, like, we have to do better than this. It really, really, we just have to do better than this. This is not true. It doesn't correspond to reality. This nonsense has to stop. And here's the thing, another thing, and I'm going to close down. If you are so unhappy where you are right now, and you've been so severely traumatized, I don't want to be rude and tell you what to do, but consider moving to another tradition. consider moving to another church. God put us here to enjoy Him, enjoy our baptism, our salvation, the grace that He has given us. We ain't got no time to be traumatizing ourselves. Like, if you are that traumatized, this is lingering for so much, please consider just moving to another place. Because seeing you talk about this so often makes me wonder, like, where's your mental health state at? I, just so tiring. The lying, it's it's so old.